What you heard there requires some strength in your left hand to be able to play, and although it was kind of an advanced piece of music, this lesson's actually for my beginner buddies out there, and we're going to talk about some ways, 3 ways in specific, how you can build strength in that hand and not be frustrated trying to get sounds when you're playing anything legato. And welcome to Music with Marky. One of the biggest frustrations when you're first learning guitar is actually the feeling of pressing strings down. At first, if you remember, when you're building calluses, it kind of hurts. And then when you're doing things like hammer-ons and pull-offs like I did in that piece there, that kind of thing where you're not picking every note and you're plucking at notes, it takes some strength in your hand. Now, the actual playing of hammer-ons and pull-offs, if you're not familiar with what that is, I do have a lesson on that. I'll link that up here. You might want to do that first. Today, we're going to talk about exercises to build the strength in this hand so that it is done much more easily. And these exercises are going to apply to everything you do on the instrument: lead, rhythm playing, chords that you're playing, just building the strength up. And the first exercise is designed to give you equal strength across your different fingers so you don't only feel comfortable with the first couple of fingers or so that your pinky's not lagging behind. Let's look at this one. For this exercise, I'm just going to fret the first string on the 5th fret, and I'm going to do a basic hammer-on and pull-off with my 2nd finger. Notice when I'm playing it here, I've got my thumb here at the top of the neck, and I'm just doing this loose kind of feel, very comfortable type of thing. As you start to play more advanced lead kind of stuff and the kind of thing that they call guitar shredding, you're going to start moving your thumb behind the neck and play more up over the top. So you can practice this both with your thumb here, and maybe later on as you get stronger, you can start to put your thumb behind the neck and have more of the fingertip curling over the fretboard type of feel. But for now, we'll start like that. So again, you're going to do this first to 2nd finger. Then you're going to go to the 1st to the 3rd finger. So it's the 5th fret and the 7th fret. And then you're going to go 1st finger to your pinky. So it's 5th to 8th. And you're going to do this like 5 or 10 of each. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. Now next, you're going to do your 2nd finger as the anchor, and you're going to go 2nd and the 3rd finger, and the 2nd and the 4th, and then of course the 3rd and the 4th, which is going to be the hardest one. So as I said, do 5 to 10 of these, maybe go through it about twice, see how your hand feels. You don't want to create pain, but you definitely want to feel, just like when you're working out doing anything else, you'll feel the burn, so to speak, and you'll build up strength in it. Don't do it for too long at once. Stop for a while, come back to it later, maybe do it 2 or 3 times a day if you want to build maximum strength. Let's look at the 2nd tip. Okay, for the 2nd tip, I'm assuming you've wandered into playing leads a little bit. Again, the strength is going to apply to anything you do with rhythm, but this is going to be specifically with a pentatonic scale, and I have a lesson on that as well. If you don't know it yet, you might want to check that out first. And when you first start playing pentatonics, everything you do, they call it a box. I'm going to start on the 5th fret, and it's in this box here where your 1st finger is anchored on the 5th fret, and it's always the 1st note in each string. So the basic pentatonic. Now, playing that, you will become very comfortable with the 1st and 3rd finger especially. You'll see guys not even use their pinky when they play this, and they do a lot of bends. And all of that is done with that 3rd finger, which feels very strong. What I want you to do to really build strength in that hand is to not use your 1st finger at all, so that you're anchoring with the 2nd finger, and you have to do these stretches, and you also have to build strength in your pinky to be able to do anything. So that whole exercise is not a specific set of notes, but it's just playing the pentatonic scale, not using your 1st finger at all. You're really going to build some strength and dexterity doing that and be well ahead of the curve when you get to the point where you want to play some really advanced stuff. And now finally, this one's going to seem almost a little ridiculous, like a tricky kind of thing, but you're going to find it builds an interesting level of dexterity and strength in your hand. And we're going back to that pentatonic scale, but now instead of playing it like this, we're going to go over the top of the neck and play it like this. it's going to feel very odd. You're not going to really try to make music with it, but it's going to build a little bit of strength in your pinky because you're using your pinky as the first string anchor there. And when you go back to playing like this, you're going to feel an increase in the ability to use and press down on the strings with your pinky just from doing this weird upside down exercise. So doing these exercises early in your development as a player are going to go a long way into helping you and getting you ahead of the game, whether it be leads like we were doing in the pentatonic examples, or you're just noodling with chords and you want to add the cool hammer-ons and make things sound cooler. Having that strength in your left hand is going to go a long way. So if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I get back to everyone as soon as I can. And until next time, guys, keep making great music.
Hey friends, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. It makes the whole world better.